Hey guys, I'm RozaldVane, and welcome back to another episode of The Longest Journey. Where we last left off was we basically just spent a lot of time reading in this sort of, what is it called? The engraving? The Enclave, sorry. Yeah, in the last episode we spent a lot of time reading in the Enclave. Also mentioning there might be a slower rate of this video or this series for the time being because of the fact that I didn't have enough time to record, or I just get kind of tired and I needed to take a break from it. Because this series seems to always hit the last point of the day for me, or the last point of my weekend to record stuff. So I tend to forget to I don't make enough of it to kind of keep up in a week, or keep up in the weeks that comes up ahead. So I do apologize if it ends up being that way, because these things always goes out pretty quickly versus the others that always seems to be in bulks, because I'm like usually 7 videos, 8 videos, maybe even 6 videos ahead of everything. But then for this game, it's more like I didn't start this up, I didn't give myself enough room to record a lot of this, so I do apologize if the series is taking a lot more slower rate than the rest of these other series, because I mean, this feels more chill, and it just feels more easygoing, that I just don't spend too much time. But anyways, I wanted to see what the hell, downstairs presented us here. Why is it here, though? What? Oh, the pool. Let's see what the pool is. Look at it.
It's a pool of seawater. You'd think that it'd be a bad idea to have a pool inside a library on account of the moisture. But I guess magic makes everything possible.
Yeah, I mean, it would be realistic that, it has magic barriers in the books itself, I
Water's
guess.
pretty cold.
Okay. I don't think I have any item to hold on to water, do we? I'm clicking down, but there's nothing down here. Okay, well, there seems to be nothing. Okay. Let's get out of here, then. Because I already read all the books, and I've already talked to Minstrom. I talked to this Minstrom dude already. And I believe we have all the information we may need to do what we need to do, I think. Yeah, the Stone Dragon is not much. Alright, let's head back out to the map. Alright, cool. So this is the pier, the city gates, bungalows, Journeyman Inn, Marketplace, the City Greens. I think the City Greens is the only place I've not visited, so we'll probably see that first. Yeah, this is the place where the one dude was talking to us about, whatever it is that we need to look for him for.
It's a flower bed. There's plenty of room for more seeds to be planted in there. That's one mother of a plant. I wonder if it's a carnivore. It looks to have been carved out of a large tree, but the texture of the house is more stone than bark.
True. I didn't realize that. That was interesting. Is there anything else to look at? No? Okay, let's get to the door then.
It's a solid oak door.
Indeed. Alright, let's get in there early. I just want to rush through things to get into there at least. Knock, knock.
Enter, honored guest, and I would have been with you presently.
Huh? Oh, that's it. Okay.
Some of them look to be in English, but I know they're not. It's the Altung language Tobias told me about. The tongue of magic. Sounds a little disgusting, to be honest.
I mean, what it is what it is. Oh, there he is. I was gonna look at more things, but he just came down. Man, his walking sound effect is weird. What's up? Oh, is he saying hello in a weird way?
Be
bowing?
welcome, stranger, to my abode.
Uh-huh.
Stranger? Don't you remember me? You invited me here.
Every moment we meet, and every moment we part. You are both stranger and friend, April Ryan.
I'm sorry, but could you try to be a little less obtuse this time? I have a hard time understanding half of what you say.
Oof.
I will beg for your forgiveness, April Ryan. I had a hard time to make myself understood amongst other peoples. I will pull myself into this moment, difficult as it may be, so that we can communicate And so that you may understand, it is important that you understand, April Ryan. Very important.
Huh. Okay. Who are... Is this some kind of, like, cheesy joke that we can make?
Who are you?
I'll do that again.
I am Abnaxos of the Venar, ambassador to the I-Reed Council in Marcuria. My people live far from here, and they do rarely visit your kind, and so I am their sole link to humans and Dolmari.
Huh.
Why is that?
I alone among the Venar am able to focus on a particular moment and thread in time, and so to speak with those who flow with time, like you.
Do I really flow with time? I thought I float through dimensions.
How do your people perceive time?
It is hard to explain. Any moment before this moment and any moment after is the same to me as this one. I have lived already, and I am yet to live. Do you understand me?
Kinda.
I think so, but how's that possible?
Everything is possible, April Ryan. There is magic, and there is science, and between the two, everything is possible.
I guess that makes sense. I think that he plays, or the time perceived for them is kind of like based on moment/experiences to moment/experiences, and the time between them don't exist. But more than the time itself it takes, it seems like they really care more about the. They throw time away, they throw space away, and worry more about the experience and the memories that comes of it. I think so. They rely on more like memories versus the time it takes to memorize them. Yeah.
Can you see the future?
To me, every moment is the same. There is no future. I can relate moments you have yet to see, and I can unravel possible threads. But remember, the future I see may not be the one into which you walk. Moments and threads fluctuate, change. I can remember things that have never come to pass, and I have seen things that will never be.
So you can't tell the future.
I would see your possible futures, the likely threads among hundreds. If there was not a veil in time, I would.
Huh. I see. So there is a sort of thing that's blocking him from seeing the future, I guess.
What's this veil you keep talking about?
Somewhere ahead, in our path, there is a dark veil through which I cannot pass, past which I cannot see. It is disconcerting to me to be blocked from the moments of my life.
Oh, he might be dead.
How did this veil come to be?
It was, no, will be created in chaos, by chaos, to keep the future hidden. All threads converge on a single point here, beyond the veil, and this will happen only once. It is written.
Oh.
Written?
Okay.
Where?
Written where?
In the prophecies.
Oh. Tell me about the prophecies.
Tell me about the prophecies.
Words have been written by seers who can discern from all possible threads the threads that are certain to be woven. These words are the prophecies.
And what do the prophecies say?
Prophecies speak of a time when the balance will falter, weakened by the assault of chaos and its servants. The moment the veil falls is the moment of uncertainty. The balance may stand, the balance may fall. I cannot tell which it will be, and I cannot even see the possibilities, the threads extending from each fork. But the prophecies also speak of a savior, as the prophecies usually do, one who will bring order to chaos, only to release chaos on the innocent.
Oh?
One who will restore the balance, only to finally break it.
That doesn't sound like a savior.
Yeah.
The word in my tongue is Kanang La. Literally translated, it means the small seed who grew to a tall tree.
Interesting. So it's kind of like having to start something small, like an objective or a goal, and then making it a bigger problem than it should be, or to make a sort of bigger realization of something, I guess. I didn't know I had a quest from him.
I need some help in my quest.
Yes, you did.
You
I did? And what did you answer?
That I will help you as much as I can, but in the end...
I'm on my own. I've heard that one before.
Yeah. You said it before, buddy. What do you know about dragons?
What do you know about dragons?
I do not know much about the kin, but I do know a little. Perhaps it will help you, perhaps not.
This guy.
The Draic kin came to this world a very, very long time ago. Before the dawn of man, before the divide. The Venar had yet to learn to be outside time, and there were few other peoples on Earth. The kin played an important part in the divide, in separating magic from science, and in the founding of the Fathers, the Sentinel, to watch over the balance. It is said that after the divide of the 4 Draic kin that came to Earth, 2 went to Stark, and 2 to Arcadia.
Oh.
But that was a long time ago, 12,000 of your years. I do not know what has become of them since.
Interesting. 12,000 years ago, they went on to specific cities, or specific worlds, because 2 of them are in Stark, 2 of them are in Arcadia. So 2 of them are still here, but the other 2 are on this world of science. Stark is kind of lost in a weird way. You don't know where I may find these Draken. Yeah,
you don't know where I may find these Draikin?
No, the white of the Draikin, the mother, has, according to legend, been sighted. The tale of the silver spear of Gorimon speaks of the mother and her child.
Yeah, we read that story already.
Though I think this is but a tale, and far from the truth.
Makes sense.
The story is called The Silver Spear of Gorimon?
Yes, unfortunately I do not have this book myself, and I do not know of anyone who does.
I already read it. I've already read that book. Yeah, how would I go about fighting chaos?
How would I go about fighting chaos?
You cannot fight chaos. It is not so simple. To oppose chaos, one must return order to that which has been affected by chaos, and thus reduce its powers. But this is not something everyone can do. Only those ordained by the balance can embark on such a dangerous task and survive.
Interesting. Do you know anything leading up to the realm, I guess?
Do you know anything about a rift leading to the Guardian's realm?
Yeah. That's an
I
important
have heard speak of such a thing. I believe it was where the tower was built and the divide created. When the earth was one, it might still be open.
Any idea where it is?
I am afraid the Venar were never very involved in the affairs of the Sentinel, nor took any part in the divide except to agree to the necessity of it. We had little choice but to concede.
Interesting.
We are a magical people. We need the balance, because we could not survive without magic.
Interesting. So these guys live off of the magic rather than living off of, like, just existence, I guess. I thought they would live off of existence, considering how they act and considering how they are sort of, like... Yeah, the way they act and the way they exist, in a way, Kind of feels like they're just basing themselves off of memories and existence and whatever is to come for their existence or presence. But I don't know. Who knows?
Have you heard of a disc that works as a key to the Guardian's realm?
Yes, but very little. It has been spoken of in the I Read Council only recently, brought to attention by the Tyrant Ambassador. He wished to know where it is kept.
And what was the answer?
They don't know.
No one at the council knows or admitted to knowing, and the ambassador was asked to speak with the Sentinel, which he is unlikely to concede to.
Makes sense.
The Tyrant are allied with the Vanguard, and so are in political and ideological opposition with the Sentinel. I know Vestrum Tobias. He would not speak a word with the Tyrant, nor the Vanguard.
Why would he speak to the Vanguard either way?
Not unless it was to challenge their philosophies.
Makes sense. Like, even if they were to challenge the philosophies, they would try to do that. Like, they would try to just fight that philosophy versus giving them the obvious to something that they know that they will try to break open, I guess. Break the tradition of what they're trying to do. Like, keep things safe and balanced.
So you don't know where I can find the disc?
No. Ask Vestrum Tobias.
I already did. He told me to read a book. He told me.
What about the other dragon? The other Dryadkin?
Of the Dryadkin, I only know of the mother, the white of the kin, although
Where's the other one?
I have heard tell of a god who fell from the sky into the ocean a great long time ago. But this may also be just a tale.
Excuse me. Oh, okay, so that was actual information that we needed to know.
What else do you know about this god who fell from the sky?
Only what I have told you. Someone with greater knowledge of the ocean and the creatures that live beneath its surface may be able to tell you more.
That makes a lot more sense that we would have to go to the pier, I guess, for that. Alright.
That's about it for now.
I am glad I could be of assistance, April Ryan.
I want to see the other options that he had to ask. Yeah, I had a few
Can
more
I ask
questions.
you a few questions?
Yes.
Yeah, this is unrelated to that stuff, isn't it? Yeah, does he know Tobias?
Do you know Father Tobias?
Tobias is a faithful servant of the balance, and he is a good man. He leads the Sentinel down a narrow path, but he never wavers. We are friends.
Oh, really?
So, I can trust him?
Trust is a concept which often puzzles me. Amongst my people there is never distrust. We always know the truth. But amongst your people, amongst those who flow with time, trust is important, a fragile thing.
Makes sense.
But yes, I do think Tobias is to be trusted fully. I cannot see beyond the veil, but up to that point there is no thread in which he betrays your trust, April Ryan.
I see, so he has an instinct that he knows that there's nothing that is going to go wrong with that. Trust between Tobias. I do think Tobias is pretty much just like, he's very straightforward, and it's interesting that the people, his type of people, are like, they're not really basing on like emotion, but more like logic and facts, and also memories itself, like just the moment by moment basis. So they only rely on that, and very less on like how the people feel in those moments and how those things happen to feel outside of those moments. That's interesting that they're just really just neutral in a sense, but it's kind of weird to kind of have a neutral party out of nowhere telling us these information. It's almost like it almost feels like this character's plot purpose, a plot purpose character with no meaning behind anything. Like, they're not really going to tell me, like, they're not going to influence too much of anything besides giving me the answers to my sort of puzzle stuff for the story and or world exploration stuff.
Have you heard of a man named Cortez?
No, I have not. But that does not mean I do not know him. Names are often fleeting, April Ryan.
Fair.
He's my... well, some have called him my mentor, others a nutcase. I'm not sure which it is, but I'm leaning towards the former.
Your mentor? He is a shifter as well?
To some degree, yeah.
No, I don't think so. He doesn't travel. Shift between Stark and Arcadia.
But he knows of it.
I do not see him in my life, April Ryan. I do not know him. Beyond the veil, perhaps, but not before.
Interesting. So there may never be a chance where we'll ever see Cortez again, but he will be mentioned in our memory, I guess, maybe?
Could you tell me a little bit about yourself, Abnaxos?
Me? About myself? We, the Venar, are not good at speaking of ourselves.
Fair.
We always know who we are, and so we have no need to tell each other.
Well, are you married? Do you have kids? Or perhaps your people don't marry?
Yes, we do marry, and we always know who we are to be with, because our future is also our past. And so we also know our children, even though, according to your reckoning, they have yet to be born.
Oh my god.
My wife will be, the beautiful Abyanda.
Who's that?
She lives by the Bay of Fire in the east. She gave birth to our 3 female children, Abratha, Abalexa, Abpalmana.
They're all A's, their names.
How long has it been since you last saw them?
I see them now, April Ryan. Do not forget I perceive time in a different manner from your kind. I have given them your regards.
Oh my god.
Well, say hi to them for me.
That is so awkward. Just like, oh yeah, I regarded your information to them as of this point in time. To whatever time they've existed.
Why did you come here to Mercuria?
Yeah, help me?
I was chosen to be ambassador to Ireed when I showed a talent for seeing the flow of time from one point to the next. I was trained for a long time in locking myself into a single moment to communicate and understand your world. My people do not normally involve themselves with others, but the Veil has forced us to do so.
Alright.
Why don't the Venar want to involve themselves with humans?
In the wrong hands, our knowledge is dangerous.
Yeah,
To
that could
know
happen.
of the possible fluctuating futures, this can be a weapon to some who flow with time. We cannot interfere with your time. We are not allowed.
Yeah, that makes
Who
sense.
says?
They're people.
The balance.
Oh.
The Guardian. The Guardian watches not only the balance between worlds, but also the balance within. Time is in balance, and if this balance is upset, the Guardian would know.
Oh, okay.
I thought the Guardian was gone.
So he is, and that makes it even more crucial to my people that we preserve the balance and not upset it. Chaos is our enemy, April Ryan, and we do our part to keep it at bay, as do you.
Alright. I'll probably save the last few
Thanks,
conversations.
Abnaxos.
You are always welcome, April Ryan.
I'll save the last bit for the next episode.
Thanks for your hospitality, Abnaxos.
Goodbye. Blessings of the balance to you, April Ryan, and may your journey have been a long and fruitful one.
Alright. A lot of talking, honestly. Which I can probably talk to him again in the next episode. But anyways, yeah, let's finish up that conversation in the next episode. But for now, I wanted to kind of end it because I have things to go to right now. But anyways, hope to see you guys in the next episode of Nobody Minds. Hope you guys have a great, amazing day. Good night to everyone watching this. There was a lot of talking. And, I mean, there's a lot of information about Abnaxos, at least, we know about. And I'm kind of genuinely curious about what he has to say further about some stuff. But yeah, so he just knows he knows very little, but he is there to help us to some degree in the purpose of it. But yeah, I guess at least we got through most of the conversation, but it's just very slow speaking to him. I think somebody would probably get tired of his speaking because of how slow and monotonous it is sometimes. So yeah, I mean, at least we're getting through most of it. We'll finish up the conversation with him in the next episode, and then we'll explore his house, and then we'll make our way out to where we need to go to figure out where we need to go next. Because I think we still need to probably talk to Tobias with the information we just got with Abnaxos. And also maybe the books we read might be related to talking to Tobias again. Otherwise, that's pretty much it for this episode. So, yeah. Taking our time, getting through it as most of we can. And that'll be that. Roz, out.